Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Gold Rush Season 14, Episode 5, Teams Watch Their Profits Go Up in Smoke. Gold Rush Season 14 has been a struggle for a couple of veteran miners. Tony Beats and Parker Schnibel have shelled out big bucks for equipment and claims, but don't have a lot to show for it. Meanwhile, Rick Ness is getting to the gold. However, he has some other issues that are taking him down. What is the latest episode entitled Up in Smoke about? What is Gold Rush Season 14, Episode 5 Up in Smoke about? Gold Rush Season 14 is rapidly approaching the halfway mark. Episode 5 is entitled Up in Smoke. What is happening this week? According to Rotten Tomatoes, this episode sounds like more problems for the three gold miners. Floodwaters halt Tony's race to get Indian River gold. Rick's comeback stalls when a water pump goes up in smoke. Parker pressures the crew to open the Unforgiven cut to keep them afloat. This episode of Gold Rush shows a lot of struggle for the two big miners. What happens if there are floodwaters? Mud. Instead of using their limited time and energy to dig into pay and sluicing, the team is stuck. A normal winch is not going to pull that big equipment out. How will the Beats team solve this problem? What about Rick Ness? First, his limited funds mean that he is going to have older, more used equipment. Now, he is dealing with his whole production shutting down due to worn-out parts and breakdowns. Will he get his 1,000-ounce goal? Lastly, Parker Schnibel is struggling big time. He is trying to mine different cuts for fast profits. He keeps talking about bankruptcy. When all of your money is tied up in that big purchase, he has to produce big numbers and fast. But is he forgetting what his grandfather John Schnibel taught him in the process? Or is this just bad luck? Season 14 gold totals abysmal. So far, Gold Rush fans hoped that this season there would be 3 solid mining teams and that there would be plenty of big weekly gold weigh-ins. However, that has not been the case. Parker Schnibel has managed a mere 9 ounces, thanks to Chris Daumett. That is $18,000, hardly enough to compensate for Parker's big $15 million investment at the beginning of the season. Rick Ness is already rolling. He has weighed in 65.21 ounces in the first 4 weeks. That is worth $130,000. Lastly, Tony Beats and his family have not had a single gold weigh-in this week. Minnie has not been able to balance the books with some gold money coming in. Fans of the Discovery Show are still waiting for Parker and Tony to start to weigh in some big nuggets. Do you think that the 2 gold mining superstars will get close to their 5,000 and 6,000 ounce goals? Gold Rush, Season 14, Episode 5, titled Up in Smoke, captured the hearts of fans with a whirlwind of drama, triumph, and heartbreak as miners faced one of their most challenging weeks yet. The episode was a vivid reminder that the hunt for gold is never straightforward, and fortune can turn to disaster in the blink of an eye. The episode opened with the dawn breaking over the sprawling claims of the Yukon. The usual hustle and bustle of the cruise was punctuated by a palpable tension. At Parker Schnibel's claim, the crew was brimming with cautious optimism. Parker, ever the perfectionist, had devised a new plan to ramp up production. His crew, seasoned and unflinching, geared up to tackle the task ahead. They were aiming for a record-breaking week, their sights set on a rich pay streak that promised a significant haul. However, the atmosphere was charged with an undercurrent of anxiety. Everyone knew that in the gold fields, nothing is guaranteed. Meanwhile, up at Tony Beats' claim, the king of the Klondike was dealing with a different set of problems. Tony's massive dredge, a relic of mining history, had been giving him trouble. Despite its age, Tony believed in its potential to turn a significant profit. The episode depicted Tony's relentless efforts to keep the dredge operational. His dedication and determination were clear as he and his crew worked tirelessly to solve mechanical issues that seemed to multiply by the minute. The dredge, a hulking beast of a machine, was both a symbol of Tony's tenacity and a testament to the challenges of mining in the harsh conditions of the Yukon. On the other side of the mining frontier, Rick Ness and his team were battling their own demons. Rick, who had left Parker's team to strike out on his own, faced mounting pressure to prove himself. This episode showed Rick grappling with the harsh realities of leading his crew through adversity. Their wash plant, a crucial piece of equipment, was on the fritz. The breakdown couldn't have come at a worse time, threatening to derail their entire operation. Rick's leadership was put to the test as he motivated his team to pull together and find a solution before their chances of hitting pay dirt evaporated. As the episode unfolded, the title "Up in Smoke" took on a literal meaning. Parker's operation, while running smoothly, suddenly faced a catastrophe. A fire broke out in the heart of their camp, engulfing a crucial part of their infrastructure. The flames, fed by the dry conditions and the volatile materials on site, spread rapidly. Parker and his crew, usually so focused on the earth beneath their feet, found themselves fighting against an elemental force from above. The fire threatened not only their immediate safety but also their season's success. Equipment was lost, and valuable time was wasted in the chaos. In the midst of this, Parker's leadership shone through. He orchestrated a swift response, ensuring his crew's safety first and then focusing on damage control. The camaraderie and resilience of the team were evident as they worked together to salvage what they could and prevent further loss. The scene was a stark reminder of the unpredictable nature of their profession and the ever-present risk that comes with it. Over at Tony's claim, the mechanical woes of the dredge were compounded by another unforeseen disaster. One of the engines, overworked and undermaintained, finally gave out, leading to a catastrophic failure. The giant machine ground to a halt, and with it, Tony's hopes for a big payday seemed to dim. The setback was significant, both financially and morally. However, Tony's unyielding spirit was a highlight of the episode. With a mix of frustration and determination, he rallied his crew to undertake emergency repairs, refusing to let the dredge, or his season, go down without a fight. Rick Ness's camp, too, was not spared from the episode's theme of things going up in smoke. While they managed to get their wash plant back online, a sudden storm brought a deluge that threatened to flood their operation. The irony of battling fire and water in the same episode was not lost on viewers. Rick's crew, drenched but undeterred, worked through the night to create barriers and channels to divert the water. The relentless rain tested their endurance and resolve, but their collective effort and grit showcased the true spirit of the gold rush. In a poignant subplot, the episode also touched on the personal toll of mining. As the crews faced physical and mechanical challenges, the emotional strain was evident. Families and relationships were strained by the relentless pursuit of gold. Parker, in a rare moment of vulnerability, shared his concerns about the impact of the fire on his crew's morale. Tony, usually stoic, expressed the weight of his responsibilities and the fear of failure. Rick, striving to make his own mark, grappled with self-doubt and the pressure of leading his team through adversity.